Welcome everyone to Kanpai News.
News.
Thaylien, you love your children. Welcome to Kanpai News for the week commencing the 18th of May, 2025. I am your host, Nasuth. I am joined, as always, by Xeno and Thalien's Sprite Balloons. How are you boys this week?
I didn't know we were doing this now.
I didn't know you could make it the first one.
Right, so we got a lot to get through, like a lot of stories, and up first, couldn't let this one pass by, because we love when this happens, and by love, I mean something. Tribe 9 Games shuts down. The Tribe 9 3D action RPG from Akatsuki and Tukyo Games is officially ending service on November 27th. Despite efforts to improve the game, the team announced via the site formerly known as Twitter that they won't be able to deliver Chapter 4 and have made the difficult decision to shut it down. Originally launched on February 20th for mobile and PC, the game featured flashy three-person battles and extreme baseball with cinematic flair. The Tribe 9 franchise began as an anime in 2022 and includes a webtoon all set in a dystopian Neo-Tokyo where baseball decides everything. Key creators from the Danganronpa series were also involved in the project. So from February 20th to November 27th, that's your run of the game. And they're probably not making any more content between now and then.
Seems like it.
Oh.
Another quick one for us. Dandadan returns to the big screen. G-Kids has released English subbed and dubbed trailers for Dandadan Evil Eye, the theatrical kickoff for Season 2 of Yuki no Butatsu's hit anime. The first 3 episodes will screen in North America on June 6th, with early showings in Asia on May 30th via Muse, and in Europe on June 7th through ADN. The full season airs starting July 3rd on MBS and TBS, with streaming on Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, and more. Last year's Season 1 preview raked in over $1 million during its limited US run, so there is precedence for this one.
I did watch the trailer. It looks real good. Right.
Cool. Angel's Egg 4K premiere set for
Cannes. Cannes Film
That's
Festival.
Cannes, yes.
Yeah. It's French.
Okay, cool. Right. The 78th Cannes Film Festival will host the world premiere of the 4K remaster of Angel's Egg on May 20th at its open-air Cinema della
Plage?
That's Cinema de la Plage.
Okay.
Was it Plage? Okay.
Event. Okay. Directed by Mamoru Oshii, with art by Yoshitaka Amano. The 1985 cult OVA will be shown from a newly scanned 35mm film negative. This marks the film's first major international release in its original form, following a Japan Society screening in New York City last year. France-based Gabaka International now holds global sales rights, and G-Kids will bring the remaster to North America later this year.
So a bit of classic anime there for you in 4K.
Yeah. Rebringing it back from the actual film. That's
the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. This is another really fun one. Blue Gale Xabungle gets experimental reboot. So this is actually the second time this has happened. The first was no. Aura Battler Dunbine. It's actually Dunbine. It's actually listed later in the article. So Bandai Namco Filmworks, formerly Sunrise, launched Blue Gale Xabungle Side L, an experimental video blending classic and new footage inspired by Yoshiyuki Tomino's 1982 anime Blue Gale Xabungle. And if you watch this, it's definitely Tomino, because a lot of them look like Gundams. Directed and produced by Junpei Mizusaki, with original narrator Banjo Ginga returning. The video recalls the show's iconic opening and key episodes. Meanwhile, the select episodes are streaming on Sunrise's YouTube channel. This follows similar experimental projects for Aura Battler Dunbine. The original series, streaming on High Dive since 2017, follows Jiron Amos's rebellious quest on the planet Zora against oppressive forces. And it there's some CG in here, but it looks good.
That green mech on the left, it looks like it's got like the Millennium Falcon on its back.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't want to play any of this, but
look at that.
Yeah, that's from, I think that's original footage that's been cleaned up. But then this is clearly not.
Oh yeah, it's definitely yes.
Oh wow. Yes.
Yeah, but it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, have you got that sped up? I think you did.
It is sped up a little bit. Yeah, let me go. Slow it down.
No, you're fine. Let's move on.
All right.
Anyway, yep.
So our next Chuhai Lips pours out new character trailers. Nasuth says this one's tailor-made for my watch list.
Yeah.
Okay. WWWA or Wave Corporation just dropped a fresh key visual and character video for the upcoming anime Chuhai Lips Canned Flavor of Married Women. Based on the manga by Shinjao Musume and Tama Nogami, new character trailers will continue releasing every Friday, keeping fans hooked as the series builds buzz. It should be noted, Wave also made the currently airing Yandere Dark Elf series. That's not a positive spin.
And the story is pretty dirty.
Can I just quiz the fact that if you scroll up a bit, right, this poster is not the same as if you scroll down a bit, that poster.
Yes, one of these things is not like the other.
True.
Yep.
This will also intern missed it, but there will be both a broadcast edition and a quote-unquote deregular edition, which I'm sure means all the nudity. All of the nudity.
All of it.
Right.
Perfect for Thaylien.
Moving on.
Well, I don't know, the last one wasn't.
Moving on. Red Fox Anime begins The Hunt this May. Korean streaming platform Laftel will premiere the horror romance anime Red Fox on May 19th, adapting Hammer's webtoon about a shape-shifting fox who discovers love while feasting on human livers. Specifically the livers, eh? The teaser video, age-restricted and only on YouTube, hints at the dark, tragic story set in the fairyland of Imbana? I think that's an I. Though the original webtoon was available on several platforms, it's now mostly inaccessible to new readers. No international release has been announced yet. What was that animation?
Yeah, it's
it's probably dying.
I think it's
no.
I think it's CGI.
It's like live 2D almost, but badly done.
Yeah.
It looks very much like Flash animations.
Oh, my quality's also only at 720. But yeah, anyway, yep. Horror romance could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, yes. So Maid Melody's magical multitasking adventure. We had to mention this one just for its wildly long name, which we've covered before in the anime and manga releases. Heroine? Saint? No, I'm an all works maid and proud of it. Or in the Japanese, Heroine Seijo Ie, all works maid Desuko. The anime adaptation of Atakichi and Yukiko's light novel series was announced Wednesday with a teaser visual and main cast revealed. Produced by EMT Squared, the story follows Melody Wave, a reincarnated girl turned all-purpose maid in a fantasy otome game world who's more focused on work than romance, even as fate unfolds around her. Seven Seas handles the licensed novels and manga.
Interesting.
Stop. What are you doing to me, Nasuth? Okay. Androids, office drama, and a lot of cleaning. If that last Wave anime didn't catch my eye, this one's definitely going to do it. Wave's Deregular label announced a short TV adaptation of Yakiniku Teishoku's manga, does it count if you lose your virginity to an android?
Yep.
The story follows office worker Akane Itsuda, who orders an android to tidy her messy life, but instead gets a flirtatious companion with unexpected intentions. The manga's creators shared excitement about seeing the characters come to life, as you would. Seven Seas handles the English manga release, and fans can expect a blend of comedy and sci-fi chaos soon, along with lots of anime titties, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just look at this. Yeah, 100%. You know, I pick on Xeno a lot, so I have to pick on you sometimes, too.
Appreciate it.
I get it.
Right. OceanVeil dives into classic safe for work anime. Wave Corporation just won't stop. OceanVeil, their new streaming service, is expanding beyond adult content with 5 PG-13 classics from Animego?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Including Metal Skin Panic, Medabox 01.
Nope, Maddox
80
01.
Police.
Maddox, yes.
Oh, Maddox 0. 80 Police Files, Bubblegum Crash, Riding Bean, and Time of Eve. Maddox 1 streams with its English dub, while 80 Police Files airs in Japanese with subtitles. The others are both English and Japanese audio. These retro titles, ranging from 1987 to early 90s, mark Animego's early anime releases and highlight its partnership with MVD Entertainment. Fans can now enjoy these iconic OVAs in the service's new Safe for Work section.
Yeah. I
can tell you, Bubblegum Crash was not safe for work.
No,
Yeah, but it
I still have
mostly
Bubblegum
was.
Crash on DVD over there on my shelves, and it's... No, it's not. It's PG-13. It actually meant something back when that was released.
Yeah. And 80 Police Files is a spin-off of Pat Labor, if I remember correctly.
What? No?
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
I swear...
Oh, no, Bubblegum Crisis. Sorry,
Bubblegum Crisis. Yeah. No!
Sorry.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Anyway.
Xeno.
What the fuck?
Baki the Grappler gets worldwide English print run. Kyoto Printing's Kodama Tales Inc. will publish Keisuke Itagaki's... Is that right? Itagaki, yeah. Baki the Grappler manga in English across 24 volumes starting this October, printing physical copies in Japan. The classic martial arts series originally ran from 1991 to 1999, spawning multiple sequels and anime adaptations now available globally on Netflix. Kodama Tales also teased future English releases from other major Japanese publishers, signaling a growing international push for beloved manga titles. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Like the Guyver? Can we get the Guyver, please? Guyver?
Maybe. I don't think they list.
No, I don't know who.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I know that at one point in time, the Guyver so he went to a different publisher. Partway, I think it was like volume 12 or 13 onwards was a different publisher, and they wanted insane money from Viz Media, and Viz were like, we can't afford that. So
Right. All right. Okay.
Nasuth. Okay, fine. I'll just do it. Bad Boy Assistant steals the spotlight. Maybe something slightly more wholesome will work. Square Enix's Manga Up Global added Akebi's Drawn to My Bad Boy Assistant, a rom-com about introverted manga creator Takoyaki Maru falling for her talented but troublemaking assistant Ashizawa-kun. The series, which launched in February 2024 on Ganga and Pixiv, blends workplace charm with bad boy vibes, and its second volume releases this February.
See, how can you be mad about that, Thaylien?
I'm not.
It's wholesome. It's nice and wholesome.
It's the narrative you're trying to spin.
Thaylien only watches dirty stuff.
he does.
Yes.
Only person I know to have actually watched Interspecies Reviewers, I'm just going to say. Right.
You're never going to leave that alone. It's not that bad.
No, you are genuinely the only person that I know that's actually watched that. Right, so moving on.
Nasuth, watch it with me and prove him wrong.
No,
don't.
I've seen clips and I don't want to see more.
Right. So, Seven Seas unveils diverse new manga and light novels for early 2026. Seven Seas is ramping up its 2026 lineup with an electric mix of new manga and light novels.
Eclectic.
Highlights include... I apologize, eclectic. Highlights include the quirky "Get Married So I Can Curse Your Firstborn and Finally Be Free."
Featuring a cat girl, apparently?
Where a down-on-her-luck cat god named Kuro must find love for the unlucky Nishikori Kotaro? Kotaro. To break her curse. Also arriving is Magic Maker: How to Create Magic in Another World. A fantasy light novel. What?
She's turned into a vengeful god against her will, and the only way to return to her former status is to curse 7 generations of the Nishikori bloodline. That's why she wants them to get married and have a kid.
Right. So moving on, it's like also arriving is Magic Maker: How to Create Magic in Another World, a fantasy light novel following Shion and his sister
Mari,
as they discover a mysterious magical pond in a world thought to have no magic at all. Romance fans won't want to miss this. The tea ceremony masters rich and steamy service. Thaylien's already adding it to his wish
list. My gosh!
A story about Ren's first unforgettable night with a handsome tea master named Makoto. Meanwhile, the boys' love manga Wait, I Love You explores a secret relationship between a stylist and an actor who are working together on a film in Hokkaido. Finally, horror buffs get Grim Night Tales. A chilling collection of ghost stories brought to life by artist Kensei Hakamoto. All titles debut in early 2026.
A lot to look forward to there if you like manga. Right. So, speaking of manga, Yeeture of the Flame ignites English release on Manga Plus. Viz Media and Shueisha's Manga Plus have licensed Yuki Kawaguchi's manga, Yeeture, I think that's Yeeture, OTR, of the Flame, for English release. The story follows Yeeture, a kind-hearted cook, tasked with keeping fires burning in a fortress trapped in a never-ending winter caused by the Ice Kingdom. When a demonic army attacks, Yeeture must discover a hidden power to save both the people and the flame. The series began serialization in the 24th issue of Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump on May 11th, with the first English chapter available simultaneously. Kawaguchi previously created The Hunters Guild Red Hood, which ran from June to November 2021, and was also published in English by Viz and Manga Plus. Told you I tried to get a lot of, normal stories.
Yeah.
Yes, he also got a lot of other stories.
Normal for Thaylien stories.
Yeah. I give up. Next up, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice nods for Dragon Ball Daima and Sonic 3. The 2025 Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards nominated Dragon Ball Daima for Favourite Cartoon and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for Favourite Movie, with Transformers 1 up for Favourite Animated Movie. Jim Carrey, Ben Schwartz and Keanu Reeves and voice and acting nods for Sonic 3, while Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson were nominated for Transformers 1. The awards also spotlighted Jelly Roll's song Run It and the game Super Mario Party Jamboree. Dragon Ball Daima streamed on Crunchyroll and Netflix, and Sonic 3 premiered on December 20th last year. So, yeah, that's a very good movie.
Daima's good, though.
Yeah, Daima's good. And so is Transformers 1. It's surprisingly a good Transformers movie, which is rare these days.
And Thaylien got a normal story.
Tamagotchi and more join Video Game Hall of Fame. The strong National Museum... The Strong National Museum of Play announced the 2025 Video Game Hall of Fame inductees: Tamagotchi, Defender, GoldenEye 007, and Quake.
Yep. Also Frogger, Angry
nominees,
Birds, a bunch of other stuff.
No, but Quake, right?
Yeah, Quake.
The browniest game ever. Other nominees include classics like Frogger, Harvest Moon, and Angry Birds. Since launching in 2015, the Hall honors games that shaped gaming history with selections made by experts and public voting. The museum also featured a permanent exhibit showcasing all inductees. Can I just point out, right, the really cool thing about Quake is that not only did it revolutionize a lot of game engines, loads of games were built on the Quake 3 instance of the Quake engine, but it was also the game engine that was used for Half-Life, and actually included the first mouse look feature that allowed you to like look around in three-dimensional space, but they never actually enabled it for the original Quake. It was hilarious.
You might be happy to know that World of Warcraft made it into their inaugural bunch of inductees when it was first started.
Is that the original?
It says the 2004 one, so yeah.
Yeah, it says the original.
Right.
I'm surprised that Angry Birds made it, but Flappy Bird did not.
Well, that was just an advert, wasn't it?
It's because they can't actually get any more
Flappy Zephyr.
any more copies of Flappy Birds.
Oh.
Right. So the Super Mario World film confirmed.
What?
NBC Universal's official website initially included a film titled Super Mario World in its 2025-2026 release slate, but later removed it along with Shrek and Minions from the updated lineup. Nintendo confirmed back in March 2024 that a new animated Super Mario Bros. Movie is in production with Illumination and scheduled for release on April 3rd, 2026. However, Nintendo has not clarified whether this upcoming film is a direct sequel to the 2023 hit, the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
I mean,
so apparently Shrek and Minions also confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we know Shrek's confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly, it is. Adverts and everything.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, so this brings us to the end of our actual news segments and on to the animated manga and novel releases from May 11th to 17th. So, last week as of this release. The bulk of the releases were on May 13th, with some exceptions. In Anime Ego's Nobody's Boy Remy is releasing for $70. Crunchyroll's bringing out Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun Season 3 for $70. Moving on to manga, Viz Media released Fly Me to the Moon Volume 28 for $12. Seven Seas brought us Diary of a Female Lead Volume 3 for $14. Square Enix manga brought us Dragon and Chameleon Volume 3 for $13. Kodansha USA brought us KX Yaku Bound by Law Volume 6 for $14. And Tokyo Pop brought us Merry Witch's Life Volume 1 for $14.
I didn't think Tokyo Pop still existed.
Well, apparently they do.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, moving on to digital manga, Dark Horse brings us The Gantz Omnibus Volume 7 for $18. Kodansha USA brought us Gang King Volume 29 for $11. Ablaze on May 14th brought us Neo Faust for $20. J-Novel Club also had a release on May 14th for Doll Kara Volume 10 at $9. And Haku Sensha on May 15th brought The Betrayed Woman's Prince Volume 2 for $9.
Oh, apparently Neo Faust is an Osamu Tezuka manga.
Oh, nice. Moving on to novels. Yen Press brings us Axel World Volume 27, and Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian Volume 7, both for $16. Then Hell is Dark with No Flowers Volume 3 for $15. Seven Seas then brought us on May 15th, Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling Volume 10 for $16. Then in digital novels, for the last bit of the releases, J-Novel Club brings us from May 12th through May 15th, My Fiancé Cheated, but a New Love Rings Volume 1, and VTuber Legend Volume 9 for $8, Bullet Hellion Volume 1 for $9, and The Misfit of Demon King Academy Volume 9 for $10. Lastly, but not leastly, Seven Seas on May 15th brought us I Abandoned My Engagement, Volume 3 for $10.
That is not the full name. The full name is I Abandoned My Engagement because my sister is a tragic heroine, but somehow I became entangled with a righteous prince.
Wow.
Oh, nice. I like that one. I abandoned my engagement because my sister's a tragic heroine. Oh, yeah. No worries. That's a nice one. That's a good thing. That brings us to the end of our new releases from last week and on to everyone's favourite bit of the show.
Right, so time for facts and rumours. So, Dragon Ball Daima anime is getting a part 2 and will be released in 2026. And this is a rumour. There is no official announcement from Toei Animation on any production or any production staff confirming a part 2 of Dragon Ball Daima anime series. Sorry, of the Dragon Ball Daima anime series itself. The original TV series was planned as a 20-episode single season, which aired from October 11th, 2024 to February 28th, 2025. No
Content
credible
reference.
sources. Shut up! Shut up! I hate you. No credible sources mention a follow-up season of the TV anime. The reference to something releasing in 2026 actually applies to the second half of the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video game DLC, not the anime. Bandai Namco will release Daima Adventure Through the Demonic Realm Part 2 as DLC for the game sometime between January and March 2026. As for the anime itself, both Wikipedia and official announcements list the list conclusively as a single 20-episode series with no sequel planned. Good. If you see claims of an anime season 2, they stem from fan speculation or confusion with the game DLC, not an official anime production announcement.
Content reference, square brackets, colon 1.
You know, I'm not fixing your shit.
Index equals 1.
And our only other factor rumor, a new Gundam manga series will be starting on June 26, 2025. And this is a fact. Multiple reputable sources confirm that Mobile Suit Gundam 8 will begin serialization on June 26, 2025 in the August 2025 issue of Gundam Ace magazine.
Yep.
Content reference.
Fantastic.
OA site.
That's what we like to see.
Shut up.
Right. That will do it for the news this week. Make sure you stay tuned later this week for Kanpai Cast, where we're doing the spring 2025 6-episode follow-up. A lot of shows dropped, a lot of shows to still cover. So make sure you stick around for that. And then we'll see you back here next week for more news.
More news.